Welcome back to Delusional Diaries podcast. I'm Halley.
I'm Jazz. I'm hungover and I'm high. Bran is here.
Hi, Bran.
We're so excited.
Hey, guys.
You can't tell, but we are really excited.
This is just such a funny transition. I'm like sitting here, I'm like all put together and ready to go. And I walk in and they're like dying.
Dead.
I'm like, what's going on, y'all?
I know.
I'm having champagne.
I love it. No, I've literally drank like 5 times this year, maybe less than. And
You're a little sober queen. What's going on with that?
Yeah, I know. Last night was one of the days I decided to drink.
What'd you guys do? Give us a recap.
It was one of Kevin's friend's birthdays, so there's like a pregame, and we went out after.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I will just say, I had a water boy when I got home last night, and I've been like kind of coasting all day long. And it's about 3
The
p.m.
2
now,
p.m.
and I'm starting to
hangover.
sweat. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. Like
It's hitting.
my
It's
forehead's getting a little hot.
Oh,
I
no.
probably should have drank some more.
Do you want a lorazepam?
So I'm so happy you're here.
I'm so happy
and I'm
I'm
so
here.
excited. We're going to Tulum with Bran tomorrow.
How fucking hype, you guys.
I'm so excited.
I like can't even process like what's going on because I'm just like living in a plane these days. But I'm like, okay, yeah, Tulum tomorrow.
You've been everywhere.
Been
Have
everywhere.
you been to Tulum before?
Yes, with my ex, we did a where did we go? Like,
Oh, you did go,
Yeah, we
yeah.
went to Playa del Carmen,
Right.
And we did a day trip
Wasn't
to
it
Tulum.
with like Jose Cuervo?
No,
Mine was-
I went to Tequila, Mexico with
Okay,
Jose
that's what that
Cuervo.
was. Okay.
No, the only time I've been to Tulum was actually like a personal vacation, so I'm excited to like go with a brand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. I think it'll be fun. I don't know if I looked at the itinerary. I don't know if we're like leaving. Are we leaving the
I don't
resort or like
know.
whatever where we're staying?
I don't
Because I feel like it's a more wellness vibe.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I can't even talk about anything else until we talk about you buying 2 pairs of fucking identical boots.
That was crazy.
No,
'Cause I'm
they're
guys,
different.
No, they're
I see
not.
the boots right now, and I'm the
Okay.
first person to justify a purchase. That shit was batshit crazy.
Yeah, that was a different level.
Okay, I'm going to defend myself, even though there was
Okay.
not much to defend. First of all, these are a pointed toe ankle boot. These are worn with skinny jeans, like these. The other boot, I cannot wear these with shorts. That will look ridiculous. The other boot, I can wear with shorts because they are high mid-calf, rounded toe, cowboy style. They also have gorgeous hardware on the heel.
They do. They're both
They're
a great
beautiful.
shoe, but I feel
These
you
are
could've-
more white. The other ones are more brown.
You've been on a spending spree,
I've been on a spending spree.
and I feel like
Jason just told me I'm fine though.
I feel like you talked about how much
Period.
money you made, and then you were like, you know what? Now I'm going to spend the money that I've made.
Yeah, because I think before, like, and I think we've all talked about this, like, because I feel like none of us grew up wealthy. Like,
Yeah.
I was like in a phase where I'm like, I have to save every single
Yeah.
thing
Yeah.
I make. And then I was just like, okay, it's nice to have that beautiful number sitting in the savings account. But I'm like, I can also spend a little bit of that
Yeah,
and
yeah,
get
sure.
myself.
You can treat
and
yourself.
honestly, like something that like I remember like our first New York Fashion Week, I remember just looking around being like, I look like fucking shit. I'm like, I literally am wearing like Zara. No shade to Zara, but
Yeah.
I'm
They're
like,
making stuff, yeah.
and I still wear Zara, but I'm like, I don't, and that gets in my head, and I don't feel good then because I'm like, I don't feel like I look like I should be here, and then I act like I don't feel like I should be
Okay.
there, and then I'm trying to justify things, but I'm like, no, like genuinely, like. I found like such a wave of like real confidence recently with like I put on an outfit and I'm like, wow, I actually like am wearing a high quality item that actually fits me and I feel really good in it and I feel confident walking in a room and that genuinely helps
confidence
me
shows.
perform better.
No,
Thank
yeah.
you.
I get
Yeah.
that. I do. I
Now,
feel way more comfortable.
Were these too far? Okay,
That was.
but to defend myself, I got these discounted at Boyd's for $700. Not that that's cheap, but for Louboutins, that's pretty
That's
fucking
not for
reasonable.
a boot, for a pony hair boot.
Yeah, they're pretty fucking reasonable. So when I walked into Louis Vuitton and they had those in, they were like, we only have one and it's a men's size 8. I go, I am a men's size 8, which is like the little smallest shoe size
Yeah.
you could be for a man. They were like, oh, like, do you want them? And I was like, fuck it. Like,
Oh my
and they're
God.
so cute.
Yes, they are
Yeah.
they're both cute.
So
and
what
you'll
I'm
wear 'em.
doing though, I purposely wore these. I was like, I need to wear both to make them just. I'm going to wear both.
Okay, period.
Yeah.
Period.
Love that.
Wait, so when did you get back from LA last? That's where you just
I
last
got
went?
back from LA yesterday morning at
my
like
God.
8 a.m. Yeah.
Okay. And then you were in Philly.
And I was in Philly for one whole day.
Oh my God.
Not
How
even.
was last night?
Last night was so fun. So Carly, Ruby, and Isabel Graff, they came up. There's a restaurant, Almira, that I love. That is just a really good like Mediterranean Greek restaurant. But twice a year in April and November, they do a Greek dinner party.
Okay.
And they just did their first one in November. It was the best night of my life. So when they told me months ago, they're like, our next one's April 5th. I was like, I have to get the New York girls.
Yes.
I was like, I have to get the New York girls.
Yeah, we wanted to come, but we
I
had
know.
the
Next
hockey
time you
game.
guys are coming.
Yeah.
But it was so much fun. So
That's
fun.
So fun. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you're here for today, and then we're going
Here
to
for
Tulum
today. We're going to
tomorrow.
Tulum tomorrow. We get back from Tulum Wednesday, and then I leave 12 hours later and go to Palm
We
Springs
both do
for
too.
Coachella.
Yeah, same.
Perfect. Oh, you're going to?
Yeah.
Thank God. Amazing. I can't fucking wait.
I know. Well, yeah, I'm going to Palm Springs just for literally one day, and then I'm leaving. I'm just going to LA for the weekend.
What are you doing?
I'm there all weekend.
Okay, same.
Yeah.
Same. Yay.
So,
Yeah.
am I getting pale as this like time goes on?
No, you
I'm
just look
starting to-
tired.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, you couldn't look bad.
Wait,
if
have you
tried.
done
You're
Coachella
gorgeous.
before?
No, never.
This is your
Really?
first Coachella.
I'm gonna be honest, guys. Like, I'm preparing myself to hate it. I really am because I
That's a
think
good-
I think a lot of people do the opposite, where they're like Coachella, and then they like make videos like this isn't what I'm not a festival person. Fully admit that. I'm not even really a live music person
No.
unless it's Taylor Swift. I don't really need to see
Me as
anybody
fuck.
live. But
But-
like, I'm not good with the heat. I'm
The
not
heat,
good with.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Bran.
It's unbearable, right?
It's unbearable, and there's no way to escape it.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's not even just the fact that like it's like it's so hot, but like it just your skin feels like it's like
On
Why
fire.
do
So
they
bad.
do Coachella in a fucking desert? It doesn't make sense to me. Like,
I just thought they could do it in a month where it's not as like
yeah,
Where it's
do
not
it
as
in
hot.
January. Like,
That's crazy.
It doesn't make sense
Yeah.
to me. Also, my issue with I've only ever done Stagecoach, but I mean it's like in the exact same place, so it's quite similar vibes. It's a little more chill than Coachella, but the issue I have is everybody wants to pregame before the festival, so you're like drinking a bunch, right?
I'm not gonna drink
You
that
go
much.
okay because my problem is we were pregaming. Then when you go into the festival, you have to walk like 4 miles.
She's not exaggerating. It's so bad.
It is insane. Like you have to wear the
Your
most
feet
comfortable
are
shoe.
going to hurt.
But
Yeah.
then by the time you get in, you've just pushed through crowds and whatever. Your drunk has like worn off, and you're just in a like feeling
You're hot.
gross.
Yeah.
You're hot
You're
as
sweating.
shit. Trying to get a drink is like nearly impossible. The lines are
Yeah.
forever long. Like nothing. I don't know.
Like I said, I fully have prepared myself. I'm like, you're gonna be miserable, but I'm also. This is the beauty and the privilege of what we do. Like, this is a paycheck. I'm getting paid to go, so I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm not going for the fucking experience. Like, sure, am I excited about the experience? Am I super grateful for it? Absolutely. Do I think I'm gonna have a good time? I do. I do think I'm gonna have fun. But
It's
if
really
I get
about
there,
how you make it.
if I get there and I am fucking miserable, I'm leaving. I'm
Okay.
leaving. I'm doing my work. I'm getting my deliverables done, and I'm walking the fuck out. And if
Okay.
people want to make a video that they always do, and they're like, influencers don't even go to Coachella, they go and take a fucking picture. Yeah, you go to work and you go to your office. If my office for this weekend is Indio fucking California, guess what? I'm going. I'm getting my picture. I'm getting my deliverables. I'm meeting brand guidelines. If I want to go back and then sit in my fucking Palm Springs villa by the pool, guess what? I worked my ass off to do that, and I will be doing that. Now, I did find out, guys. Speaking of shopping, there's outlets in
Yes,
Palm
I've-
Springs.
I've been.
We've been.
We go
How
a
are
lot.
they?
Jazz
They're
Jazz
great.
got me
Okay.
these Bottega flip flops that I wore every single day last summer. I spent $1,200 on them. Jazz went and they had them for $200. So I was like, get me the other color.
Sick. I'm going. There's a Miu Miu one in
Yeah.
Prada. I'm going to pass out.
Yes.
I've gotten multiple bags there. I love that.
Yeah.
Love that place.
Okay, so I'm like gonna bring an extra suitcase for
Yeah,
that.
you have
Yeah.
to. I like literally want to go. I don't think I'm gonna have time, but I want to go so fucking
When do you
bad.
get there?
Thursday night,
Okay,
really
see,
late.
low key, I was shocked. I have a layover, of course,
Mm-hmm.
but Philly had a really early flight, 7 a.m. to Phoenix, and right from Phoenix to Palm Springs.
Okay.
I get to Palm Springs on Thursday at 11 a.m.
Oh, that's
Never
nice.
been more excited. With my like anxiety, I always like to travel places and get there like a day or like half a day earlier so I can like ease into the trip.
Okay.
And not like, because you know when you land, you get off a plane and then you have to like hit the ground moving. That is the worst feeling when it's like you can't even like undecompress from the
beat.
travel day. You can't take a beat. You literally have to get there and go right to work and like do your shit. I
See,
hate that.
I like that on a personal trip because I want to
Yes,
maximize my
me
time.
too.
What I can't when in like I love a brand trip, I'm so grateful. But when they have cameras in your face
The
and
second you get there.
you haven't even like set your bags down, and I'm like, I look so fucking bad right now.
Yeah.
that for me, I don't love.
Real.
Not that I'm happy to like. I don't know, just give me an hour to get ready,
Yeah.
please. But yeah,
So true.
I get that.
But I will say, just to go back to Coachella real quick.
Yeah.
I think it's. I prefer to go like very very late in the day.
That's what I'm gonna
when it's
do.
like it cools off. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
you get to go to people like the bigger people that are
Headliners.
there, which most people care about,
Yeah.
and it's not as hot anymore. It actually gets a little bit chilly at night. So
Yeah.
I feel like, and you can like pace yourself through the rest of the night because like you went at a reasonable time. But it's not
100%.
realistic. I don't feel like to do the entire day. A lot of people do, but
It's not for me.
if you're as like a sweaty person who like gets overstimulated,
Really right now.
I prefer
Yeah.
to do like a third of the day, and it's a more enjoyable experience.
I feel
for
like
me.
you're gonna like the parties. I feel like
Me
there will be a
too.
lot of parties, and I feel like you're gonna thrive.
That's what I like. If someone's like, what are you more excited about? Like seeing Lady Gaga or like maybe getting invited to like a mansion party? Mansion party.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go.
Mansion party.
No shade to Lady Gaga. She's incredible and I can't wait to see Abracadabra. But like genuinely, I'm more like that kind of a scene. But that's just how I am. Like I've never been a concert person. I did my time. I went to the fucking BB&T Pavilion in Camden, New Jersey every fucking summer and watched every country concert. My shift has been worked.
Okay.
I've done it. I don't need to fucking do it again.
I'm crying.
I saw every artist you could think of. I saw Fetty Wap at BB&T. Like I went 2 years ago actually and saw MGK, who was amazing. But I'm not a concert person. Taylor Swift, different story.
I feel like
can watch.
concerts are harder the older you get.
Yeah, and genuinely like people like I'm not gonna sit here and be like I don't like music, but like I listen to music when I take walks and I listen to music when I take walks. I'm not, and when I party, but like I'm not the type of person, like I have some friends who genuinely like their speaker does not turn off all
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
They have AirPods in all day. That is not me. When I work, I can't work with
No, I need
background noise. I
silence.
need to lock in with silence. And that's not like sometimes like I'll literally be unpacking a bag and I'm like, nope, gotta turn the music off. I can't
It's
focus.
like when you're trying to park and you turn the music down.
Yeah,
it's
it's
the
like
same. That's how I
overstimulating.
feel with everything I do.
Yeah, I get too overstimulated. So it's like, I will go, I will see. I mean, I'm so excited to see Charlie XCX,
Okay.
but I'm also so grateful that I went to the sweat tour. So it's like, if I'm genuinely sweating to death and my feet are bleeding,
Yeah.
I will not sit there. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry to the people who would kill to be there. I am bring it up to the brand. Bring it up to the brand.
Wait, I saw that you put like a video saying like I'm not moving to LA, but everyone keeps asking if you're going to move to LA.
Yeah.
So I know you obviously want to stay in Philly.
Yes, yeah,
But
yeah.
give some more insight.
Yeah, so I mean, I have always been so like Philly centric and I live, breathe, and die Philly. I will say recently, like I've been struggling a little bit in Philly. I think like, and I want to say this in the most humble way possible, but I think being one of the only Philadelphia creators, you guys have seen it. Like the way that I get treated in Philly is not the way that you guys get treated in New York. Like it's New York City. Like a billion people are
Yeah.
influencers. A billion famous people are here. Like you get fangirl moments, but like genuinely sometimes in the city, I feel like I cannot breathe. I feel like I have eyes on me in every single thing that I do. And I've just lived there for so long that like, and I'm not moving, never will, but you know, it's been nice to kind of be in LA and be in warmth and just like be around new people and like just being like, wow, today I can go to Brentwood or today I can go to Manhattan Beach. And it's like not being in a city where everything is so close together, which is one of the reasons I love about Philly is in 15 minutes you can get to one side of the city from the other. But it was like, it's just been a really fun, like kind of moment for me.
Change of pace.
Change of pace. And like one thing I hate about the West Coast, I just made a video and post about this. I hate the lack of urgency, no sense of urgency.
Yeah.
I just made a video. I was sitting at La Colombe today in New York. Woman's not even up to the counter. Oat milk latte, vanilla, like she's done. LA, they walk in these fucking Lululemon puffer vests. Hi, does this have nuts in it?
Yeah.
Does
Very
that one
different.
have gluten? Oh, okay. I'll take a steaming hot cappuccino. Shut the fuck up.
Order.
Spit it out.
I agree.
Spit it out. I remember my ex-boyfriend. He's from LA, and he would call a restaurant to see like what time they would close, and they would answer the phone and go, "Hi, how are you today?" And I'm like, "Why are you asking them how they are? Just say hi. What time do you close?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, I think that's like kind of rude." I go, "No, it's not. It's efficient.
Yeah.
They have business that they don't need to be telling you how they are.
And
Literally
everyone
say
just
hi. What time do you
responds-
close today?"
But everyone always just responds with good.
Good,
Like,
yeah.
it's
Like,
never like a
they don't even know you're like.
genuine
And
thing.
he's like, yeah. I mean, I guess you're right. And I'm just like, dude, like, just ask them what time they fucking close.
I agree.
Maybe that's rude. Maybe that's East Coast to me, but I don't
Yeah.
know.
No,
But
I
yeah.
fully agree. That's why I love New York. I mean, I literally go order and they have my order like at my coffee shop. Like it's already pulled up. I just Apple Pay. We don't even speak.
Yeah. I think New York is the other extreme. Like, I like Philly because Philly's very
middle ground.
similar, but it leans more New York, of course, but like New York is genuinely so fast. I think I'm on the toilet every time I'm here. I am huffing and puffing. I always have diarrhea. I can't ever find any place to sit. I have diarrhea everywhere. But New York, my diarrhea is like the worst it's ever been. Like, just, I feel like I'm always dehydrated here because I'm always walking. I'm always rushing.
Yeah.
It's a little too much. So I dial it back to Philly, and LA's the other extreme. I'm like, y'all need to fucking speak.
I know.
It's
I
crazy.
do love LA though.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to live there so bad when I was in high school. That's where I wanted to go to college.
Yeah.
And then my family was like, that's too far. So then New York is what I settled on. And like, thank God, because I cannot imagine myself anywhere but New York.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I would love to like maybe be bi-coastal someday. Like,
That's my dream.
I
want to
could
buy.
see that for you.
Yeah, so like 2026 is going to be a massive year for Philly. We're hosting the FIFA World Cup, which is like they're already cleaning the city for that. Also, so like apparently this I've heard through the grapevine. So the Declaration of Independence was signed in 1776. So I guess next year is America's like 350th birthday. Apparently Philly is doing some kind of like massive celebration.
Oh, wow.
I've already been like contacted by Visit Philly like magazine about it, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make a fuck ton of money by being a Philadelphia creator next year. But I really want to buy a beach house at the Jersey Shore.
Okay.
I want to retire my parents there, and then have a place in Philly, but then maybe have a place in LA. That would be obviously the dream goal. I also love Miami though too, but I genuinely don't think I could live in Miami. I think I would go to rehab in like the first week.
I think, yeah.
Jazz
yes.
is like, yeah, babe,
Yes.
you're not doing
No,
that.
you can't go to Miami.
LA's hard though too though, because like every time I'm there, I'm like, oh, it's 78 degrees out. Let's go get an Aperol spritz.
Yeah.
Philly, I look out the window, it's like gray, gloomy. Someone's like pissing on my sidewalk. I'm like, no, I'm good. I'll
Yeah.
stay inside.
That's valid. That's real.
I get that. I do. Oh my God, that's so funny. How is your situationship?
Jason is great. It's so funny. Like people are like, you guys are dating. I'm like, we're genuinely not.
How
Like,
did you meet?
So Jason followed me on Instagram summer of 2021. Like I probably
wow.
had like 4,000 Instagram followers. Like I was just starting my TikTok career, and I messaged him immediately. I was like, "You're so fucking hot." He had a boyfriend, and then when they broke up, I started dating Josue. So I had a boyfriend, and then he definitely like picked up on. I had announced my breakup, but you know when you can tell someone's definitely single again. He started like randomly DMing me again, like probably May of last year. And then I was like, LOL. I remember I sent him a DM. I was like, LOL, are you still in a relationship? Because I'm not. And he's like, nope. And I was like, let's start texting. So we started texting. Then we started FaceTiming. He actually was supposed to come July to visit me in Philly. I had a mental breakdown and was hospitalized. So he didn't end up coming. And I was so excited to get an opportunity to come to LA because I was like, I want to meet you so bad. And it was great. I met him like a month ago now when I went to Napa with Sephora. And we've just been hanging out like ever since that. And like, listen, he lives in California. Yeah. I live in Philly. We have very two separate worlds, but like genuinely I could watch TV with him all day. I could giggle with him all day. Is it anything more serious than that? Honestly, no. Like he's single, I'm single. Like I don't want to use the term friends with benefits because I don't, but like as of right now, that kind of is what it is.
Okay.
More than a situationship, because like I do agree with a situationship. Like usually there's a lot of feelings there, and not that there's not, but like the feelings I think are mutual. But I think there's also a mutual understanding, which is in a situationship there's not a
never
mutual
mutual
understanding.
understanding.
Yeah.
Someone thinks it's a relationship and someone thinks it's nothing. So I guess friends with benefits is
Okay.
the more proper.
I'm literally
term.
living for you just full sending, unhinged, just posting
Yeah.
and airing it out. Like I literally love it.
Yeah, that was like, so at first, I don't know if you saw, I posted the video on Friends Only on
I did.
TikTok.
Then I saw you post it later.
And then I kind of just like had this talk with myself. I did this with my Instagram too. I'm like, I make everything so fucking deep. I'm like, who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
This is a cute ass video. I look amazing in the video. This is such a happy memory that I'm always going to feel that that's a happy memory. Whether this man never becomes anything more or whether he becomes my husband, I'm going to always look at that video and smile. I was like, I'm going to fucking post it.
Yeah.
And I don't really give a shit. And guess what? I think people loved it.
Yeah. Oh, they did.
Yeah.
No, I think
So
you
funny.
treat like all of your socials even more so as time goes on, like as like
As
very
close
much
friends.
close friends.
Yeah. That's just my lore. I'm
Yeah.
I'm an oversharer. You can't people like things that you would have to waterboard someone to get information out of. That's like my intro sentence. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
hi, I was hospitalized in July. I'm Brandon, by the way. Like that's just me. It's always
Yeah,
Me
been
as
me.
very
fuck,
open.
honestly.
Yeah, I feel like you're the same way.
Yeah. Speaking of oversharing on the internet, Halley Kate Core.
Halley Kate Core. So this is some funny tea. So my friends are obsessed with you. Like genuinely, like it's funny because like we all they know you guys. And Lindsay, my best friend, like made this shift where she was like, you look like Halley Kate right now. Like, she's like, ever since you started like shopping, like, and buying stuff, she was like, you're giving like Halley Kate rich. So like Halley Kate is like a thing we say in our friend group, like just very bizarre parasocial relationship. So we get to Miami and my friend Liz is like, wait guys, do you like my shoes? Like, I'm putting a flower in them because I saw that Halley did it on TikTok. And I was like, this is so weird that you guys are just like talking about my friend Halley.
Yeah.
But I'm like, no, I love your shoes. And I guess like, sometimes I feel like when you're really drunk, it's almost like dreaming, because it's like, you know how you dream something so bizarre, but there'll be like real elements in the dream. Like your cousin will be there, who's like your actual cousin, but you'll be in an environment that your cousin would never be in. That's how I feel like I was. Like, I almost feel like I was like asleep, because majority of what I was saying was not making sense, but there was little remnants of like reality.
yeah.
And I'm like getting up. We were like in the elevator. I was just sitting in the elevator, and we finally get to the floor, and I just get up and I'm like, see the shoes again that she pointed out 5 hours ago, whereas Halley Kate, and I was just like, Halley Kate core, Halley Kate core, like just a moment of reality again.
The video is, I think a lot of people
I
watching
don't
the video.
understand. Like, do you think they know who you are?
No. Okay. Well, there's so many things, because you posted that video, and I'm gonna be honest. Not that I was thinking you were gonna flop, but I was just like, oh, I feel like he's gonna end up privating this video. Like, it's like silly, and I think it's funny, but I was like, who the fuck else is gonna think this
No,
is funny?
genuinely.
So I was like, I don't know. You posted it, and I was just like, whatever. The fact it has almost 1 million likes.
Yes, it's at like 9 million views.
Is insane.
And it did great on Reels too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know, I
That's
was
so
shocked. I
funny.
genuinely thought it was funny. I was like, this will be like funny for like Halley's like ride or dies. Like,
Yeah.
they'll use the sound, because you have a cult following for sure. I was like, I'll post it. And then when I saw it take off like that, and it's not even that, and you're experiencing the same thing. I'm in LA the other day, and someone just screams, Halley K-Core! You're Halley K-Core! Like, Lindsay starts saying HKC. She'll be like, ooh, the bag's giving HKC.
I'm literally
like,
fucking
this
crying.
is ridiculous.
Yeah, I haven't posted a single video that doesn't get multiple comments saying like Halley Kate Core. But
It's a moment.
I
You're an
think
icon.
that the video is so funny because of the grunt,
The
one.
grunt.
You getting
I
up
literally,
is so
I'm like,
weird.
ugh. I think that is like
That's the
hook.
best part.
It's the hook of the
the
video.
hook.
I was like, are you okay?
Like, no, I was not okay.
It's the hook for sure.
Yeah.
And then I think a lot of people, think you're talking to a random person. I don't
Yes.
think people
They
think
don't
they
realize
know
my
it's your friend.
Liz. Yeah.
And then I
Kind of
don't
makes
know.
it less funny when I reveal that secret. But yes, that is my friend in the video.
No, it's so funny. Like the fact that it just looks like you're in an elevator with random people,
Yeah.
just like Halley
Halley
Kate.
K Core. Dead.
It's the funniest fucking video ever. I actually cannot.
I'm really sad because I wanted to get us sweatshirts for this weekend that said Halley Kate Core, but I just didn't have the time. I mean, like, honestly, I probably could go find someplace in New York that could do it really quickly, but I was like,
Damn.
damn, like, we should walk in the airport in Halley Kate Core.
That would be
sweatsuits.
so funny.
fucking funny.
It's
We'll do
okay.
it
We
for our
can
next
use the
trip.
sound. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going on like multiple trips together. We're going to F1 together.
Oh, God, guys, I'm so excited.
I'm so excited for F1.
I'm really excited for that too.
Yeah.
I've never been to any F1s, so I'm really
I went
hyped.
last year.
Yeah.
I loved it.
I went 2 years
I've heard
ago.
I've heard the traffic's really bad.
Traffic
Yes,
is terrible,
it's
but
so
the actual
bad.
event itself is very, very fascinating.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very into like.
It's a good like
watching it.
party vibe. Like I feel
Yeah.
like you'll love
I'll
it for
love it.
everybody's just like blacking out. So it's the vibe. I went with Tart 2 years ago. Okay, the Bran trip.
Yes.
I'm so excited to see. I literally love the concept. I think it's
Well, I have to give my props to you too, because when I saw you do Jazz's Bachelorette, I was like, Halley did such a good job with this. Like, there's like Jazz's Bachelorette was just like a moment on TikTok, and I was like, I feel like everyone like should just own when they're inspired by other creators. And I said that in my first video. I was like, I'm going full Halley and Jazz. I want to decorate these beds. Like, I was like, this is incredible. And like so many creators, like, I feel like they just like don't interact with their followers.
Yeah.
And I started this series last year where I was getting dinner with my followers, and I was like, this is really cool. Like, I would love to one day like amp this up. And I think the brand trip is like a fun way to do it.
I think it's such a cute idea because I feel like it was one of I'm sure your most commented things like, oh, I feel like we'd be friends in real life.
Yes.
Like I feel like you're my
Yeah.
best friend. So I think it's really cute and cool to give people the opportunity to actually make that a thing.
Yeah.
And actually hang out because obviously you would also be friends with a lot of people following you. Do you know what I'm saying? Because like
course.
they
Common
align with
interest.
you, you align with
Yeah.
them. It's like a mutual thing. So
1000%.
I feel like that's gonna be so fun. I want to come to the
Wait,
brand
can
trip
you
too.
can you guys please come?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be gone. It's my honeymoon.
Oh duh. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
I know.
Fuck.
But
Well,
I could come
sad.
for
More
one of the
importantly.
nights
Yeah,
because
come for
I
one.
have something
A
on
lot of people
Saturday.
are tagging you guys. in
Yeah.
the
I know.
thing.
I
Did
wish
you
that
see
it was like
Yeah.
a weekend I was here.
It was really hard. So originally I had it slated for next weekend, but then I realized it was Easter.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, I can't do that. And then I was gonna do it the weekend of the 8th, and it's fucking Mother's Day, so I was like, damn, can't do that either. So had to push it to the 30th, but I think it'll be worth the wait, and it gives me better time to prepare for it.
Oh yeah, it'll give you time
absolutely.
to prepare for
I think
sure.
it's really cool how you're doing the entries and stuff too, because
Yeah.
like even our giveaways, like it's easy. We always just pick a random winner.
Yeah.
I think it's like special that you get to pick someone who like actually like
I wanted
you
to
have
think
common
through.
interests and like you like they're putting an effort and they actually want to be there.
Can I say something bitchy?
Yeah.
So some of the one feedback that I got was someone was like, "This sucks that we have to make a video entry." If you can't make a video talking to me, I don't think we're gonna be able to get along in person.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's just like
But that's
I
fair.
understood what they were saying. They're like, "Oh, I'm just too shy." I'm like, I do well with anybody. I can nurse a shy person into being friendly, but like, I don't think it was too much to ask people to like
No.
make a
No,
video.
I think it
They're
also,
getting a special experience. I feel
Yeah.
like, there's
It
people
goes-
kind of competing for a spot. So
Right.
it's like you have to
also-
put in a little effort.
Yeah,
It,
that's kind
it
of how
goes
I
back
felt.
to the fact of like when we're on brand trips, like we're getting cameras shoved in our face. It's like it's part of
Yeah.
like being there.
And I want someone who's so excited about it that they'll step out of their comfort zone. If that means so much to you to be a part of the trip, you'll break that fourth wall and be like, you know what? Yeah, I'm not the best at making videos, but I really want to go on this.
Also-
Like, that's who I want to be
Yeah.
on the trip.
It's also a really good opportunity too. Like if someone like wants to be a creator, like
Yeah.
that's like a great like
Yeah.
It's gonna be a
Stepping
really
stone,
fun
yeah.
content weekend.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
that's like a really cool thing. So I
For
think that'll
sure.
be
I'm so excited.
really good.
No, it's so exciting and so fun to give somebody that opportunity. How many people are you bringing?
So I'm doing 3 influencers. I'm letting them all bring +1s because I'm a big advocate for +1s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Having
Especially
a
for
comfort
people like
person
that
is
too.
huge,
Yeah,
too.
especially for people who don't know each other. Like, oh yeah, fly to Philadelphia and then meet 2 other people that you don't know and you don't even know me 100%. And then I'm leaving 1 room open for influencers.
Okay.
So like.
Cute.
You would have been a duo that I would have picked, like Bridget or Danielle would be great. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I want to get like probably influencers who are friends. So that way, like, you can also go on a trip like as a normal person, quote unquote.
Yeah.
But like you also are with maybe your favorite influencer besides me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So cute.
Oh, that's so cool. I'm so sad.
And I'm bringing Lindsay as like my +1. She's like my assistant on the whole trip. She's gonna do like, when they text you like there's one point of contact. It's like meet in the lobby at 8:15.
Yeah.
Like that's what Lindsay's role is doing, and it's been great. She's been amazing. She made her own separate email for the brand trip, which we've been using to like track all of the sponsors and everything. It's been like really fun.
Wait,
this
that's
is
so
exciting.
cute.
It's been really fun. I mean, it's been stressful, but it's been great.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's a lot
No,
of planning.
I had
a lot of coordinating.
We said after the Bachelorette, we were like, not that obviously we always had so much respect for people who do brand trips, but it's like a different
level of
level of
appreciation.
getting all that PR and everything and coordinating sizes and everything is a lot of fucking work.
And it's also, I was actually thinking about this morning because I'm like, I'm sure these people like think that they're gonna like black out with me, and it's like, no, I'm going to be so unbearably like host mode that like I probably won't even drink, honestly. Like
Yeah.
I'm going to have to because I know that that's part of the experience is people want to drink with
Of
me.
course.
But like the first like 12 hours, I'm probably going to be the most annoying type A person, like just like freaking out, being like, is everything okay? Are you guys, I'm such a, are
That's
you
how
guys
I
having
was
fun?
on
Are you
my-
guys having
yeah.
fun?
on
Are
my
you guys having fun?
Bachelorette.
Yeah.
Like my first like 12 hours, like I had like 5 mental breakdowns.
Yeah, because it's just like, I want
But
everyone to have a good
because you
time.
care. That's what it is, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like and you have an expectation in your head and you want to see it through and you want it to be perfect and you want it to all go a certain
I
way.
wish
So
I could
it's
be
very
type A.
stressful.
Yeah. No, that's why I don't like birthday parties. That's why I don't like
Me
one of the
either.
reasons I don't want a wedding either is because I like
You're one of those too?
hate the feeling of like, oh God, like is everybody just pretending that they're having fun because they feel like they have to because of me?
Wait,
Do you know what I'm
you
saying?
don't want a wedding?
No, we can't beat that topic into the ground for the billionth time. But
my God,
I'll
I
get
didn't know
married.
that.
I'm happy to get married. I just don't want a wedding.
That's how Casey is. My best friend Casey, my first close friend that's going to get married. Sorry, I'm going to Vegas. Bitch,
Wait,
let me go to your wedding. I
love
like
that.
weddings. I want to go
Oh,
to
I
your
love
wedding.
going to other
I
people's.
know,
Like,
I know.
I'm so excited to go to
upset with
hers.
her. I'm like, we try to convince her every day. We're like, can you please have a wedding? She's like, no. She's like, I'll do a little party. She was like, but I'm going to Vegas. I already have it all planned out. My sister's the only person coming. She's taking our pictures and that's it. I'm
That's
like,
so
fuck you.
cute. Would you
bitch.
have a wedding? Yeah.
I'm
Yes.
a Leo.
I'm a
I mean,
Leo
we're
too.
different Leos, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I definitely think I'll have a lot of anxiety around my wedding, but like, I'm having a fucking wedding.
Yeah, I know.
I'm having a
Oh,
wedding.
no, I love going to people's
Yeah.
weddings. I just like I don't even like my birthday for the sense of like
Yeah.
I'm like nobody wants to be drinking right now.
What's your rising sign or your moon sign? Do
I'm
you
Leo,
know?
Leo. I think like I'm like everything Leo.
That's shocking.
Yeah, I don't know,
because
though.
I'm true Leo sun. Love being center of attention. Love like stealing the room. But I'm a Virgo moon, which is so Virgos are so type A. They're so meticulous, and that makes sense like completely because I'm a very anxious person. I like everything done a
You
certain
believe
way.
in signs like that?
Yeah, I do. I actually
Okay.
really do.
I don't know enough to know
Yeah,
if I
same.
believe or not.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you guys were signed.
No, I don't know
Okay.
shit about signs.
Yeah. But yeah, interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I love being the center of attention. I love earned attention. Like if somebody's
Yeah.
just like, oh my God, she's so funny. Like Halley Kate Core, like I didn't push that on people. So I think I love like people
sure.
making the videos and stuff. But if I have to like,
No, you guys are not attention whore girlies
don't
like
know.
I am. I'm an attention whore.
It gives me anxiety.
but I don't know. Yeah, I do feel like I used to be a really big attention whore. I've definitely toned it back a little bit. But I
Yeah.
also don't think you're like an obnoxious attention whore.
No, I don't think so either. I think I'm like, I definitely like think a toxic trait of mine is, of course, I love validation. I mean, I think anybody who's an influencer, whether they say it or not, likes validation. We literally thrive
course.
on getting likes and comments. That's how we make our job.
Of course.
But I think as I grow older, I grow out of that more and more each year for sure.
No, I want to be liked, obviously. Like I do care about that. But I get that.
Guys, I am just itching to get back into a casino because I love to gamble. But for now, I have DraftKings, and the great rewards hunt is on. So join the adventure with DraftKings Casino. For fun seekers, follow the trail to huge jackpots, weekly bonuses, and exclusive games. Plus, new players can get their losses back up to $1,000 in casino credits on their first day. Just sign up with code DIARIES and start playing to get up to $1,000 in casino credits back with a minimum $5 net loss. Only on DraftKings Casino. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. 21 plus. Physically present in Connecticut, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only. Void in Ontario. Eligibility restrictions apply. New customers only. Lost back for 24 hours up to 1,000 in non-withdrawable casino credits that expire in 168 hours. Terms at casino.draftkings.com/promos. I have a question.
Yeah.
Someone made a video and said you were mean to them and you Venmoed them. Can we talk about this or no?
Yes, we can talk about this. So that night of Halley Kate Core, I
Clearly was blacked out.
I was, I don't like to use that word, but I
But
was
you were
under
heavily-
heavy consumption. So I don't remember being at 11, and I was with Kendall from Love Island and like a few other people, and this was actually insane. So I guess I was quote unquote like rude to somebody. So she made a video, and I felt really bad because I was like, honestly, I probably was, considering I was fucking rude to my own friends.
Yeah.
You know, I'm called that
Your
Brokey by
apology
Lotto.
to
that's
her.
my best friend Mike. I'm literally like calling him bro. Like him
That
and I
was
were like play
hilarious.
fighting. But I was like, I didn't. Sometimes I think about it. I'm like, you know what, girl? I am so sorry if I was a jerk to you. I was a menace last night. I was like, have some drinks on you and your friends. So I sent her money. I was like, what's your Venmo? Like, here's some money. Then, because she was friends with Kendall, Kendall was like, hey, that's like my friend. So on Saturday, we go to Palm Tree Club. These two girls come up to me. They go, hey, our friend Izzy like kind of like made a video about you the other day. I was like, oh yeah, like it was funny, but like we worked it out. They were like, yeah, like she's here, but she's really scared to come over here. And I was like, tell her to come over here. Like it's not a big deal. Like whatever. She comes over and I say hi. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, do you want a drink? And she like made a joke. She was like, actually, like I'm using your money. I already got a drink. And I was like, haha, like so funny. Like, and keep in mind, like I'm on vacation. Like this was
Yeah.
like not a brand trip. Like
Yeah.
this was a trip that I all expense paid, treated my friends to. We were having the best time of our lives. Like, not that we were like closed off, but like, I'm not here for work. Like I don't need to talk to anybody. So she's enjoying herself. She's eating our chicken fingers. She's eating our fries. She's in our shared space. Whatever. I don't like, if she wants to have a deep conversation, it's not really the time or place to do that. We're at a fucking outdoor bar. She makes a video the next day and is like, I tried to give him a second chance.
Wait, what?
And
I didn't see this.
Oh no, this is bad.
I didn't
She goes,
see
I
this.
tried to give him a second chance. And this just shows, like, genuinely, guys, when you see someone make a video about a creator, please take it with a grain of salt. Like, because one, if they never mention someone's name, what you're just assuming. She makes a whole second video saying that we were so rude to her. So instantly I go, oh, I DM'd her friends who are the ones who literally were like,
Approached you,
we're having
yeah.
so much fun. Can Izzy come over? They go, we don't know why she made that video. We don't know what she's talking about. Like, we had a great time with you. You were so kind and generous. I'm like, what? This girl, and her second video makes no sense. She's like, you know, I'm not entitled to anything, but like, I just think if I was in that position, I would want to get to know people. I genuinely think this girl wanted to get on the table and have me eat her out. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, lick your pussy from your taint to your clit? Like, what do I owe you more than a hello? I already paid you $200 for your drinks. Like,
insane.
Like, I'm here with my best friends. We're at a bar. I'm literally shaking a champagne bottle. What, you want me to sit down and be like, what was the first time you were traumatized as a child? I'm really here for you. What? She took down every single video.
She took it down.
The weirdest part of it all, and it's always a fucking mutual of some sort, whether it's a mutual follower or mutual. We have a mutual friend, so of course I call Kendall, and I'm like, what's going on with this? He was like, that is insane. She just straight up lied, like genuinely straight up lied. And she, you know how she's doing it. My name is hot right now. You want views, and she did it. So it just sucks in our position because you guys know this so well. We can't say anything. So it's nice because I'm actually glad that you guys asked this because I want to talk about it, but I can't make a video about it because all that does is one, drive more attention and traffic to her video, which she did take down, which I'm grateful for because it was a lie, like a straight up lie. Like, girl, like, I don't know. I just think it's like so insane. Like,
it is. There's no coming back from a mean influencer video because it does not matter. Even if the person was like, hey, I lied. You're still gonna get those comments because 24/7.
Like, people that saw the first one didn't necessarily see the second one.
Yeah, no, she took the second one down like the comments were like.
I'm saying if someone addresses it and like makes it like clears it up, people will remember the first video or someone will shit on not where it was. Yeah,
and like that's just the thing. Like I think the way she framed it was like I paid her to take it down. No, I paid her money because I genuinely felt bad, and I think like that was kind of my authentic way of apologizing. Like, hey, I can't make it up to you, but like the least you can do is have a fun night with your friends tonight on my tab. Like, and I've done that before, and I would do that again. Like, I think that's I just said this I just recorded Jason Tartick's podcast, and I said an apology without change behavior is manipulation. It's my favorite phrase. Mm-hmm. So part of an apology for me is like, hey, I'm not only going to tell you I'm sorry, I'm going to show you I'm sorry. Like, sure, it was maybe that tacky to send her money, but I was like, hey, we're in Miami. We're all on vacation for Music Week. Drinks here are $30 fucking a pop. You said that I was mean to you and a few of your friends. Guess what? Have a free round on me because I don't like to be like that. So if I was a menace last night, which clearly I was to all of my friends, do I remember even interacting or seeing you? No, but I'm going to believe what you said. Yeah. And, you know, have a treat on me.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I don't know what happened with that exact situation, but sometimes I do feel we're losing the plot with what being mean is because
I said this.
Half the time, it's like, oh, like you kind of feel dismissed or whatever. And it's like, you don't know what is going on with that person or whatever. It's like, if someone was outwardly like, you don't have enough followers to be here, get the fuck away from me. Fine. Yes, I agree. That's a rude
disgusting
thing. And I totally agree. But if you try to go up, because like I've had situations where like multiple people are coming up to me and I'm like, hi. And then somebody else interrupts me and grabs me. And I kind of feel like, oh, I didn't really maybe give that person a full conversation like I would have liked to. And maybe they felt a little bit dismissed where I feel bad, but there wasn't anything I could do.
Like, I'm a fangirl person. You guys know this about me. Like, I saw Addison Rae in the one hotel the other day and I freaked out. And of course, she was so nice and I loved that. And have I met similar people of her statue who were maybe what other people would say dismissive? Now that I'm in this career, I don't take any of that personally because I'm on the other side of it. What this girl said, which I think is interesting, she was like, if I had that platform, I would act like that. I thought when I had the platform that I had that I would be the same. Not to say I'm rude or anything, but it's like, no, I'm a Leo. When I was very glamorized by fame and I was like, oh, I want to be famous. I would be like this with all of my fans. I would do this. You genuinely don't have the time. Like, and if you're going to sit there and stop and like, I want to do that. And for me, it's all about setting. If I'm on a walk and someone stops me, I get so excited because I can take my AirPods out. I can be like, hi, how are you? Like, if we are in a packed bar where the music is loud, we are all intoxicated to some level. How are you ever going to judge anybody, celebrity, influencer, whatever, like fully to their extent? Because we're in a different environment. Like, I remember like one time I was trying to talk to somebody and my friends were like, Brandon, we have to go. Like, you're standing in the middle of a crowded room. You're in the traffic flow. Like, it's a hard place to have an interaction
also,
with.
it's a lot of entitlement from other people where it's like you, like, for example, again, I don't know what happened with the situation. So I'm not saying that girl was wrong to say you're rude or whatever. I'm just giving an example of like, if you're with your friends and you're having like a fun girls weekend with them, it's like you owe them your time and like being present with them. And if somebody just shows up and is like, you know, they want to meet you and say hi for a second, that's great. But there's some people that want to stand and have a 10-minute long conversation. You're like, okay, this is like, I'm being rude to my friends right now by not, like, you know what I'm saying?
I've invited
it's hard
them
to find
on this
the
trip.
balance. Especially it's also just because like you care. you know?
I care so much, and that's why I paid her.
Of course.
I was just like, that sucks. Like, I never want someone to meet me and have a
No.
bad interaction because, like, I know my heart and I know my values, but like, that's something you have to take on the chin. It's like, not everyone is gonna like you, not everyone is gonna be thrilled with you.
And their
What I can
people's
do,
perceptions are just also just different. Like,
I kind of have been saying that don't shoot 100% is impossible, perfection is impossible. Shoot for 90%.
Yeah.
Shoot for 95. 95% of the time I want to be perfect, but I have to accept that 5% of the time I am not gonna always act the way I want to act or always say the things I wish I could have said or do the things I wish I could have done because I'm a human fucking being.
Yeah, of course.
I'm a human being.
I think as long as you know your heart and your morals, and like obviously, like that's why sometimes when I see me an influencer, I'm like, I know that Bran is a good person. At the end of the day, like obviously there was some sort of miscommunication or whatever going on here.
What bothers me about the whole mean influencer videos too is like, I think the people that comment sometimes are the mean ones because it's like, I will see like your name gets thrown out all the time.
Yeah.
And like anybody who knows Halley knows that she is genuinely one of the nicest people in the world. So you see a video of her looking gorgeous and wearing nice clothes and you just automatically stereotype her to be a blonde bitch. That says more about you than her. It's like, and also I'll fucking say it. The nasty people are the people that you think are nice sometimes. Like half of the time I see videos and I'm like, sorry, the people that work for fucking Barstool are mean. You can cut that if you want. I'm totally, I'll own that with my chest. We know how I feel about certain people that work there. But like the people that you think are like funny are actually just rude pick-me's. And they're the ones who at events make you uncomfortable. The fashion girls mind their fucking business.
Yeah.
They mind their business. Like, leave them alone.
I think the problem is if you want to make a rude influencer video and just name the person with your
Name the
chest,
person.
period. I think the problem is the not naming and then allowing the comments to drag every single person under the sun in the comments. Like, because I mean,
makes me question your intention.
yeah, because it's like you're literally just doing this for views at this point. There was no purpose of this story because you were literally just letting people who were not rude to you get absolutely dragged to filth in the comments, which has happened to me multiple times.
I think this is a lesson that I'm learning and everyone needs to learn. So like the situation happened in Philly the other day where another Philly influencer was subtweeting me, was threading about me. And
thread like on threads
writing about me on threads.
I don't even have that, but okay,
neither do
period.
I saw it because multiple people screenshot it to me. And I wanted to instantly reply. Of course, everything, because I had receipts to clap back at her. I had everything written out. This was the most mature thing in my eyes that I've ever done. People are way more mature than I am. I took a deep fucking breath, a DFB, and I said, instead of making a video about her, I'm going to make a video about my driver, Ralph, who's raising money for his GoFundMe.
Yeah.
And as corny as it fucking sounds, and this is the best advice I will give to anybody, if someone has you fired up and you know that you are about to respond in a way that is not your true character, take a deep breath and try to instantly do something kind for anybody.
I agree.
Friend, family, stranger. Video that I would have made about the other Philly influencer, Cass, that would have taken me 30 minutes to make. It would have eaten up my whole day reading the comments. It would have eaten up my whole day messaging other people. Instead, I said, nope, I'm going to make a video about Ralph. I felt great about that video. I felt happy.
Yeah.
And walked away with that. So you have to pick your battles.
I agree completely.
So funny. I was in a car the other day in LA, and me and my driver were talking, and he said something that I wrote down in my notes, and he said, life is bullshit, but living life is choosing the bullshit that you want to deal with. He goes, you're going to face bullshit in every area of your life, dating, career, work, friends. He goes, you choose what bullshit is worth putting up with. And I loved that. I'm such a vulgar cursing bitch, so I loved that. I was like, yeah, like life is bullshit, but it's about what bullshit is worth it. What's the bullshit that's worthwhile?
Agree completely. That's so good. I love that.
There's a clip for you.
Yeah. Quote of the day.
Don't you think, isn't that so weird how like our content brains work? Like, do you ever like record something and like instantly in your head you're like, that's gonna be clipped?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's
Of
so
course.
weird to like think about that, but like it's so bizarre.
100%. I
Like,
think about that all the time.
Our like parasocial relationship is nuts.
No, I know. Everything I'm like, oh, I can make that into a video.
Should we get to the viewer questions?
Yes. Okay.
Me guiding the
No, literally.
Poor I'm gonna step in for Jazz here because
Yes.
I know she would do it for me.
No, 100%. Okay, what's a green flag in a guy and a red flag?
Okay, a green flag is just confidence without being cocky. Like just like really well spoken, sure of himself, established in his career, feels good about his personality, but not cocky, because I feel like cocky often shows insecurity, which is the opposite
It
of confidence.
is. Yeah, like if you feel the need to brag, you're insecure and need to let people
I definitely
know.
love confidence. A red flag is inconsideration of any sort, like just not valuing your time, not valuing your friends, being rude to you, and just like, last minute canceling, especially when you're first starting to date somebody. If you're not showing up in the beginning, like how am I ever supposed to expect you to show up in general?
Agree.
Yeah.
Okay, good point. Okay, who was the influencer that really inspired you when you were first posting? Like, who did you want to be like?
Tana Mojo.
Tana,
Okay.
okay.
I feel like you and I have talked about
Yeah.
this. Yeah, so I never, like, it's so funny, like, I never was like, if you ask me right now, what's the Hype House? I have no fucking idea.
Really?
I don't know who the Sway Boys are. I never watched content. I was never in the YouTube era, never did any of that stuff. And then I studied abroad in Milan, and there was no streaming services that worked at that time in 2019. You had to like have a VPN or some shit. So I was like, fuck, like my friend was like, oh, well, we can watch YouTube. And I was like, what are we going to watch on there? She's like, have you ever watched Tana Mojo? And I'm like, who's that? And I would watch Tana's videos. I'm like, wait, she's just like me for real.
Yeah.
And how we say like, I want to be, I think we'd be friends in real life. So she was my first inspo. And I was like, wow, like I can just be myself, have fun with my friends, party a little bit, tell funny stories and make a career out of that. Like I want to make content.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's my
Okay,
first.
cute.
Yeah.
Wait, I love that.
Yeah.
So when did you download the TikTok app then?
January 2021.
2021.
Yeah. I
so
didn't
you
have it in
were-
2020. People were telling me in 2020, like, get on, get on, get on. I was like, I don't need this. Like, I was not even like really into like consuming social media that much. I was like, I already spent enough time on Instagram. I don't need another app running my life. And then when I downloaded it, I was like, oh, this isn't going to run my life. Like, genuinely, I don't even really scroll on TikTok that much. We had Governor Shapiro on, and he was like, I'm a creator, not a scroller. But like, I'm like mood Governor Shapiro, me, like me as fuck. Like I open the app to record, and then I usually just post, and then I'm so self-absorbed. I open the app and just look at my notifications. I only scroll the For You page when I have writer's block, and I don't know what I want to make.
Okay,
and
I
then
was gonna
watch.
say like, where do you get ideas to make videos?
Yeah. And so and like obviously like sometimes I'll open the app and it's my For You page does know me brick by brick. So like I'll open the page and it'll be a video that catches my attention. So I'll get stuck and I'll scroll a little bit. But for the most part, I like honestly draw inspiration from conversations like with my friends. Like I said, like I talked to my driver, he said something that inspired me. I'd go to the coffee shop and I see interactions. I'm a very like, my content is like, it's a lot of it's not like, everyone's like, you're a real-time poster. And I'm like, I'm kind of now realizing that's low-key a flex. Like when we're on brand trips, like the other girlies in Napa, they're
my
like,
God, yeah.
you've posted like 8 videos, like we haven't posted. I'm like, yeah, because that, and no shade to anybody, but like, I'm not doing a get ready with me. Like I'm not like, I don't have it planned in my head when we go to Tulum tomorrow, like my videos. Like I know something funny is going to happen. If I could predict brand flakes, I predict that I will make a TikTok of some sort on the plane or in the airport because I know something funny is going to happen to us or there's going to be a moment for content. I'm sure I'll make something funny like at dinner or post-night festivities. Or maybe even just me at the hotel room about to go to bed. Like I bet those are going to be my key tentpoles. I bet a lot of the other creators are like, ooh, I'm going to do a video lotioning with Jergens. And, and that's the content that performs for them. That's not the content that performs for me.
But I don't know if like, I mean, yes, I agree.
Yeah.
But sometimes I feel that like that's what I like to watch, and that's what I do think performs the best is what you're describing
Yeah.
of like I'm very real time too. Even if I do film a get ready with me, I'm
Yeah.
posting that like
You
all my
guys are
content
real-time
is
creators,
posted
too.
daily.
I think the three of us are very much like that. I also think what you guys do, which is really like I think Jazz leans more towards my content. I feel like we're more like food, TV, lifestyle. I think you do a good blend of like being very real, but you also like your girlies love those videos when you're like, hey, this is an itty bitty titty top and you
Yeah.
need to buy it. And like, this is a viral make, like your shit pops off like that. I can't make videos like that. If I make a video about like this bag, flop. Like no one gives a fuck. Like
I don't know. I think you could sell people on things that you
Yeah.
have to genuinely love it. Like I think the reason my videos like that do well is because it's like
You
I've
actually
been
are
wearing this
obsessed.
top
Yeah.
500 times, and I'm like, if you have small tits, like wear this.
You can sell the fuck out of a product. I can sell the fuck out of an experience.
Okay.
Of like a dining experience. Like this is a restaurant, like a vibe. This is a car service that's amazing. This
Yeah.
is, an activity. Like
Yeah.
I definitely feel like I can sell
It's
that.
like the same
I
thing,
think
just
you're
different.
really good at like, I can't sell a lip. I could, but like it's not going to do as well like as like, unless there's like a key viral moment to it.
I get that.
Yeah.
I do get that. Yeah. I don't know. I just like the real-time posting because I think there's creators that I watch and this is no shade to them. Like they have a career, they're doing great.
Yeah.
But like it's very obvious to me when they're not posting. You know what I'm saying? I'm
It's
like,
not as authentic.
You've been posting the same content in like, Paris or whatever for like 5 weeks. And I'm just kind of like, I know this isn't what you're doing. I know people just have different styles, but I do like to watch somebody where I literally
Real
feel like
time.
I'm
Yeah.
getting on FaceTime with them every day.
I think it's more like the OGs are definitely like
Yes.
those content planned people. And I feel like we're now getting towards like how we are with Gen Z, where it's like, well, we're all millennials, like Gen Z babies.
I'm a Gen Z.
You're a Gen Z. What-
I'm a millennial.
I'm a
I'm
millennial.
gonna cut off.
But like that's more like our wave of content where it's like real time in the moment
Yeah,
capturing things.
for sure. I think
and
that's
the
how
kind of
the-
content I like too.
Because I talk to people who have been doing like Instagram forever or YouTube forever, and they are so like, it's so hard for them to post real time because they're so used to a very aesthetic. Like, you
And
can't
it's
just
so
throw a photo dump up, like,
I remember I went to Miami with Maggie McDonald and she was like, can you take a video of me just walking down the staircase? And I was like, sure. She posted it. I mean, she looks stunning. She has like 11,000 likes. I'm like, that's all you got to do, bitch?
Walk downstairs, yeah.
You've built such an amazing aesthetic following
Yeah.
that like all you have to do is wear this sexy ass pink dress and walk down a very elegant staircase. I'm like, good for you, girl.
I know.
I had to
Crazy.
fucking get up here and put my whole pussy into being funny. Like, this is
100%.
crazy.
100%. I know. It's just a difference. Like, obviously, you don't follow Maggie McDonald for,
Yeah.
like her crazy drunk story times.
Not gonna happen,
No.
yeah.
You follow her for obviously, like, you're like, oh, love her outfit. She's goals. She's like an aspirational content creator. And
Yeah,
you're, like, we're
absolutely.
like lifestyle
And it's fun
content.
because I love her content, and it's like
Yeah.
I think that's cool too as a creator. It's like I can enjoy someone's content and never have anything like that.
No.
Like I remember one of my favorite creators in the beginning was Kate, and I still love her, Kate Bartlett. And I'm like, I'm never gonna be Kate Bartlett,
No.
but I genuinely like find her life like fascinating. I like
Yeah.
watching her videos. Even Bridget, I'm like, I'm never gonna put rollers in my hair. I will watch a video that Bridget makes about hair, knowing that it will never impact me in my life. I will watch that shit on fucking loop. I'm like, yes, bitch, you put that pasta noodle in your
Yes.
hair. Like I want to see what happens. Like, it's
Bridget
funny.
does a great job of being kind of a blend of aspirational and lifestyle where
Yeah.
you're like, oh, she's goals, but then also like her and Danielle are fighting in the next
Yeah.
video and it's kind of, it's still
good
real.
balance.
She always laughs because I always tell her my favorite video Bridget ever made was she was down the shore and she was running and she had her mom pick her up because she was going to shit
pooping.
herself.
Yes.
And I was like, Bridget, like, I'm really glad you posted that because I didn't think that was your type of content, and did so well. Got like 9 million views, and I'm like, that's my favorite video you've ever posted because that's what I relate
Yeah.
to. I'm always having diarrhea.
No,
Yeah.
100% very real. So I feel like also when you see a super cute girly like that, and then
Just
you
be
see her post
honest.
something
Yeah.
honest like that, you just love it.
I love it.
So that is really funny.
We're doing the questions, but well, how was your puke?
I'm not done. I'm about to do it again.
Okay,
Oh,
love.
God.
10 minutes.
10 minutes, round two.
How well, congrats on 1 million also, but
thanks.
how's it been? What did you start at? Because the video that really blew you up was the
Chubby
chubby
Chicks
chicks.
video,
That
yeah.
was, I mean, obviously you were already blown up. Because I hate when people do that to me, where they'll be
Yeah.
like, "Oh my god, you got followers from getting punched in the head." I'm like, I gained like maybe 100K from getting punched in the head, but I already had 1 million followers. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like that wasn't.
No,
it
yeah.
didn't blow me up.
It was crazy. Like I had 736,000
Okay.
followers, and that video, I think if I check, I think it got me like 150,000.
Crazy.
Which
I'm
was
going to
nuts.
take a puke again, so I'm going to say this real quick.
Yeah.
I just want to say, like, I love that all the good that you've got has come from you just being genuine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Thanks,
all
Jess.
those things of, like, you going to these businesses, like, you do that out of the goodness of your heart, and
Yeah.
you didn't do it in hopes to gain something.
Yeah.
You did it because you actually care about the community, like,
Of
in the
course.
place that you live, and, like, you have so much care for Philly, and
Yeah.
it's, like, really important.
Thanks.
I do appreciate, like, how much you give back to,
Yeah.
like, with the things that you do.
Also
Yeah.
because I think it was clearly so authentic when you made that video. It was like like the way you did it was just so great too. How you weren't like weirdly shoving a camera in people's
No,
faces,
not at all.
but you still got their story.
No,
and
it was so
the
funny.
balance is great.
Yeah, what people don't know is when I got there, so Shakira Turner, who's the owner of the business, like she genuinely does it all. Like she's the chef in the kitchen. So when I got there, she was not seen. I was like, damn, like this sucks. Like I really wanted to meet her, but I was like, okay, it's fine. Like I'm still gonna sit here and eat the food. And they were like, oh, she's here. She's just in the back. And I hated doing this. I was like, I'm sorry. I was like, I really want to meet her. I was like, I'm a content creator and I want to like interview her about this whole thing. And he was like, oh my God, like I'll see if she has like 5. I met her for all of 2 minutes, and now we're close friends and she calls me all the time and asks me about
love
things and like we hang
that.
out. It's great. But like, no, I had nothing planned. And I remember I just talked about this on Jason's. I was going to Aspen the next day. I was in back-to-back meetings, and I saw I got tagged in a video like 30 times. I thought I was getting canceled. It was the Fox News clip of her saying that she was discriminated against. And I was like, fuck this. Like, I'm going. And I think it's honestly been a really healing experience for me because I did that a lot of the reason what I found inspiration is like my parents were small business owners. My dad owned a corner store deli and my mom owned a children's consignment shop, and both their businesses closed because they weren't able to be profitable anymore. So when I see another small business owner, especially in Philadelphia where both my parents' businesses were, like struggling, whether it's because they're facing hardship and discrimination, which is awful, or they're genuinely just having trouble keeping their doors open, if there's anything I can do, like I remember my mom said to me, and it was like sad once, she was like, I wish you could have used your TikTok to help save me. And like her business closed. Like I had a TikTok at that point, but it wasn't like anything crazy. And like, I remember just feeling like a sense of like, if I can't do it for her, I want to be able to do it for someone else.
That's
and
so sweet.
It's been like my favorite thing now. I've just been, every time I'm home, I try to work with a local business, and I love Philly so much. Someone said to me yesterday, they're like, are you like the salesman for Philly? And I'm like, yeah, I fucking am. I love it here.
No, but I think that's so important because a lot of times, like if a small business closes, I don't think it's necessarily because like, oh, it wasn't a good business or whatever. It's because the word isn't out. Like how would you know it? You do have to market, and it is insane how much of an impact influencers can make. And I think we do forget that and don't realize that. Like this was not a small business, obviously, but I never think anybody gives a shit when I post a video. Like in my head, I'm like, why would anybody care? Why would you want my recommendation for, whatever? And like I posted that coffee that Maman, sorry, I always say it wrong, like fucking whatever latte. And every single time I go to this coffee shop now, people are like, I'm getting this because of you. Like I meet people. It is just so crazy that your word does have so much impact.
Yeah. And I think it's like crazy too. And like, I really appreciate that we like do that kind of stuff, because like there are influencers who will only do something if they're getting paid.
Yeah.
And the reality is small businesses are not the big box brands. They don't have that kind of marketing budgets at all. So it's like, when restaurants message me, no matter how many followers I have, if a restaurant's going to offer me a meal in exchange for a few stories, absolutely. I'll do that if I have 5 million followers, like always, like I know I'm not going to be like, no, sorry, you have to meet my rates. Here's my media kit. Like I know a Philadelphia restaurant doesn't have that kind of budget, and they don't need to. Like,
of course not.
I will always feel that way. And a lot of other creators, and I respect them, are like, hey, no, I'm only going to go somewhere if I'm getting paid. That's how you run your business. I respect it. It's just not how I run mine. I will always take the money from the big corporate brands for sure, but from those small brands, I'll never ask for a dime. I'll just do it if I want to do it.
Agree completely. No, I love it. And then you also posted about the juice place.
That was crazy, yeah, because she had a GoFundMe, and it's actually nuts. So at some point today, I'm going to go to Times Square because Linktree reached out to me. They were like, we love that you're sharing all of these GoFundMe links through your Linktree. And I'm now on a billboard in Times Square with Linktree.
Wait, that's so exciting.
So today I'm going to see it for the first time. I'm like just in awe of everything that's going on.
I want to be on a billboard. That's like such a goal, like to be on a billboard in Times Square. So that's so exciting. I'm so proud of you.
Thanks.
That's awesome.
I know. It is crazy though, because it's like, we genuinely like met when I had like 230,000 followers.
I know.
And like, that's why I get so, I'm a Halley cake defender to my core, but like, that's why I get so mad when people like make these mean videos or try, because I do feel like the internet tries to play you a lot. Like, I don't know why like people try to pick on you, and I'm just like, leave her alone. Like I will Leo out for a lot of people. You are one of them. Like, leave Halley the fuck alone. She's so nice. She's so genuine. Like, never, you don't have a mean bone in your body. You genuinely don't. Like, you don't even really talk shit, to be honest. Like,
I don't think I'm like perfect. I don't think I'm like the nicest.
No.
I don't think I'm the nicest person ever. I definitely think I can be a bitch, but I ultimately, I think also like why like me, you and Jazz relate so much also is because people like, oh, like people meet me and be like, you're so down to earth. I'm like, why? Literally, why would I not be?
Why would I not be?
Like, and I understand there are people in this industry that you do meet that come from so much money. And even the people I've met, honestly, that come from a lot of money still are extremely kind. But it's like, you can kind of tell, like, they go to a hotel and they like are like, this is how it should be. On a brand trip, they're like, this is my standard. Where I'm like, what?
No,
this is the nicest thing I've ever seen.
It is funny. Like, I was with like someone who was really, really wealthy in LA, and like I was just honestly I was uncomfortable around them for a little bit. I was like, oh, like they're like, oh no, we don't sit on that side, or like, oh, we don't do that. And I'm just like, I'll be honest, y'all, like I would go eat at Applebee's right now.
Literally,
and I would get
I don't
the fucking 2 for $20 special. Like I ate Burger King an hour ago. I'll probably eat Burger King for dinner. Like I like a nice bag. I like nice experiences. But like people saw me in New Orleans. I stayed at a country inn in the worst neighborhood in New Orleans. And guess what?
Crazy.
I had the best fucking time. I don't money can't buy you class. Countess Luann said it. I will never preach, no matter what tax bracket I am, that I am the epitome of class. Far from it.
Yeah, no.
I don't care. I'm an experienced person, and for me, the experience is who I'm with usually.
Yeah,
I don't really
of
care
course.
where I am.
Of course.
So
but that radiates through, I feel like, you know what I'm saying? That you are
For
like,
sure.
you're just a vibe, you know,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
I was just saying this, like, I really like value convenience. Like, that's what I'll spend my money on. Like, I spent a ridiculous amount of money last week in Miami because I hired a driving service. Best fucking amount of money I ever spent. Miami Music Week, I didn't have to deal with any nervous of or Uber surcharges, cars not getting there. Anytime I wanted to go somewhere, I texted Ivan, my driver. I said, "Hey, baby, come get me." Like, I'm
That's
ready.
how Jazz is.
I
Jazz
love
would
that.
like,
Convenience.
she
I
would
love
pay for
convenience.
convenience.
I have it like worked into like my budget of like convenience fees, and I always have.
We talked about, the three of us, like, we talked about how management in a lot of ways is a convenience fee, because there's so many people in the industry that don't do management. They're like, I remember a big creator was like, you could just hire an intern for $20 an hour and they're on their inbox. I go, I don't trust that. I want the convenience of a full-time professional with a legal team,
Yeah,
with the
of
skills,
course.
with the
Yeah.
shit, and who's going to outreach for me. And guess what? If they're going to take 20% of my handsome salary, let them take it, because I can't make that handsome salary without them.
100%.
Yeah,
I
you
think
have
it's
to
a
have-
liability, honestly,
really is,
to
yeah.
not like. I can't imagine like in legal, you are going to get in some legal trouble if you
Yep.
don't have somebody
1,000%.
reviewing your contracts.
It's
or
going to be a
whatever.
nightmare.
Yeah.
I agree.
I think that's interesting though. I feel like I'm not a convenience person. Like I won't pay for convenience because I lived in New York for so long
Yeah.
that I was just always fucking inconvenienced, where I was like, no, I can't pay for that. Like, and I was
Yeah.
broke here. If that even makes sense. Like I would take the subway for 2 hours to the airport instead of getting in an Uber. Now I do pay for the Uber.
I did
to
that
the
too.
airport, but
No, that when I was gonna say, it's a privilege and a luxury
Yeah,
to
of
be able to
course.
do that kind of stuff. Like now, I'm just like, Brandon, just call the fucking Uber.
No,
Like,
I get it.
Don't bother with
Yeah,
it. But
feel
no,
like
I was the same
even
way.
For a while, once getting into like this job and like starting to make this amount of money, I would like deny myself that.
Yeah.
Then I'm like,
Because you have like that childhood trauma,
Exactly,
like
but
of
with
like,
money.
damn, like I know like what this actually is. Like even the other day, I'm like, oh my god, I bought like a $6,000 ring. I'm like, that's disgusting. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, like 5-year-old me would have literally been like, Brandon, that's what I spent in 3 months in Milan studying abroad, because I was taking Ryanair everywhere. I was doing the convenient, whatever was the cheapest option. I was staying
Yeah.
in crappy things, but it's like,
but it's hard as
I don't
you-
have to live like that anymore.
But it's
It
hard
is weird to
it's
break
hard
out of
to
that.
It is weird.
To switch your brain and
It
be like,
is, when you
"Oh,
don't
I've
come from
worked
money."
for this.
Yeah.
I deserve this. I'm okay to treat myself and let myself have like nice things that like I
It's-
wouldn't have been able to have prior.
It's like that Parker Posey sound right now that from White Lotus was like, I just don't think I can live an uncomfortable
No,
life.
yes.
Like that's literally it.
I know but it is crazy because I feel like I always had my mom in my ear being like, "You
Yeah.
have $100,000 in student debt." Like, like whenever I
Yes.
would want to buy anything that wasn't an absolute necessity, I would feel that kind of. And so now, like, I don't have that, but it still is to me. I'm like, oh God, like I should be saving. I shouldn't.
I
be
wouldn't
buying.
have it any other way though. I'm so glad the three of us like know the value of a dollar.
100%.
Grew up knowing like hardship and like, especially like me and Jazz, we worked 9 to 5 jobs. Like
Yeah.
I no shade to you, but like I know what it's like to get up in the morning at 7 a.m. and get on a fucking subway and go to an office and get home at 7 p.m. and then have to make yourself a fucking microwavable dinner and then go to bed and wake up the next day and be miserable. I did it through in and throughout, but it's like I don't have to now take that trauma and be like, oh, I need to like do this. Like, no, I can celebrate the hard work that I've put in to get myself where I'm at.
Yeah.
If I want to buy myself a fucking $6,000 ring, I'll do it.
Agree, and I think it also just makes you like view things differently because like I
100%.
worked for a celebrity stylist, unpaid.
Oh, that's awesome.
Literal, no, it was the worst job ever.
Oh.
Like it was.
I thought you said that you could. I was like, since when did you take this on?
No. When I was in college, I worked for a celebrity stylist, unpaid. Like, just treated me terribly. Would
Yeah.
like expect me to do bitch work. I was getting paid $0,
Mm-hmm.
and I was working like so many hours doing this. And I now look at this, I'm like, wow. And this girl had so much money too.
Mm-hmm.
She like, I would go to her apartment and I'd be like, the fuck?
And
Like you could pay me
You could pay
$15
me,
an
yeah,
hour. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? And so now like that I'm not in her position, but I am in a position to maybe employ somebody. I'm like, I
Yeah.
would never like
Treat someone
have
like
an
that.
unpaid intern and make them do
Yeah.
all this like bullshit. I don't know. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
it makes you like, I don't know, view things differently because maybe she just came from an entitled ass life and is just like, this is how it is.
I love you guys.
I don't know.
We've genuinely been friends for like almost fucking 3 years now, which
I know.
is insane. And,
It's
like,
so
Crazy.
crazy.
I feel like we've all like,
It's so insane. We just decided to go to Philadelphia, like meet you.
and it's so funny, like
Literally.
that first trip when you guys like came, like my number one goal was like to get you guys dick. And it's like, I'm literally going to Jazz's wedding in 2 months.
so
and
insane.
you live with your man. And it's just like nuts. And I mean, I'm still a single freak, but like we've seen each other through so many different iterations.
Oh my God, yeah.
And like, it's very hard in this space to like, I feel like have friends because like, you never know, like, is someone competing with you? But like genuinely like, you guys,
It's a
Carly
healthy
is like,
friendship,
I was so grateful for like those friendships because like you don't find them in life, let alone in our career all the time.
100%.
And it's just, I can't wait to go to Tulum with
I
you
know.
guys.
I'm
So
so
excited.
excited. It's going to be so fun. Is this our first brand trip that we've been on together, right?
I think it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is crazy.
I know.
And now we have this one and 2 more coming up, which
I know.
is nuts.
I know. I'm so
so
excited. It's
excited.
literally going to be so fun.
Amazing.
All right, well, I'm going to cheers to that. I think you guys need to, we'll cut it.
Jazz is.
Plot
I
twist.
love you guys so much. Thanks
Yes.
for being here, Bran.
course.
You guys
Thanks
have
for
a
having
great week. Follow Bran on everything. It'll be in the description.
Where can we
Thanks.
find you?
Bran_flakes on Instagram. Same thing on TikTok, just with 2 underscores and Between Us Girlies podcast.
Period.
And I apologize for my composure of my slight hangover this afternoon.
It's on brand.
It was on brand for Bran. And I'll be honest, I felt totally fine until we sat here. So I would have gone about it differently. Apologies here.
You probably just got drunk from like being in the same vicinity as me. and just, like,
Genuinely, and apologies. But have a great week.
Bye,
Love
guys.
you guys.
Bye.